Let us take Chrome or Firefox or Word or Excel or Outlook or Flipkart app. How many test cases will be there for Flipkart app? Or Amazon app? Or Domino's app? Huge. Thousands of tests will be there. And it's not just a user application. There is also a backend. When you say backend, um, let me also start sharing my screen. Okay. The backend, let us say Flipkart app, thousands of test cases for the app alone. Backend tests, thousands. What do you mean by backend? Once the order is placed, to which warehouse it has to go, whether the material is available or from whom I have to get it, then I need to bank reconciliation, then I need to do a dispatch. Is the dispatch done through which courier? Has it been received by the customer? So many things are there. Flipkart application, or let me take this notepad plus plus. Under this notepad plus plus, let me open Chrome. Okay, under Chrome, if you go here and then say help about Chrome, it says version 110.5481.178. What is this 5418.178? Okay. Anybody try to understand what this is? On version, what does it mean? Okay. The Chrome has been tested these many number of times in this version 5481 times. Can a manual tester do all these tests? Because there are a lot of fixes coming to Chrome also. Okay. Chrome also goes through fixes. My Microsoft operating system has got issues. Microsoft gives patches. Same way, if I go to Notepad, okay, let me simply type Notepad. If you go to Notepad, this is a new Notepad, okay. Then this is also, there is a setting, okay. Under Notepad, you can do a lot of setting. Look at this Notepad version 2311, 2302 within Windows 11 version. 2302 times this Notepad has been tested. Not once, not twice. Why? There is a principle called regression testing. Every time a change is made in the application, should I test only the change? Should I test only that module where the change has been applied, or should I test the whole system? Test everything. Everything in the application. That means Flipkart, if they suddenly add one feature or change one feature, they have to retest everything on that app. All thousands of test cases, maybe let us assume 3000 test cases. ordering within the state, ordering outside the state, ordering one item, ordering with coupon, without coupon, ordering multiple coupons, shipping address and credit card address same, invalid credit card, valid credit card. So many test cases are there. Regression testing, there is another thing called progression testing. Progression test means new features added, modified features, removed features. If there are 100 or 1,500 features in a product, let us say our this Vyapar POS I showed you, where in invoice I made a change. The entire invoice module has to be retested. That is one. Suppose I made a change in invoice, but I did not make a change in stock. Should I still check stock? So progression tests are focused on changes, any new, any modify, any removal. Regression testing means test where parts did not change. I need to do because something in the software here affecting something else. A very simple example, our human body is fully connected. Recently, one of my relatives had a knee pain. For that knee pain, doctor gave a tablet. This is a generic tablet. Everybody takes that tablet. But when my relative took that tablet, person developed allergy. Okay. Why? It is her body. You are taking the painkiller for knee, whereas skin is getting affected all over the body. What is the relationship? Somewhere in the drug they said in this particular combination, this may cause rash in one of the prescriptions. That's what the tablet said. So if anything, any one part has a problem, rest of the parts also may have a problem. Another example, again, one of my relatives, he was supposed to have a cataract surgery. Before the surgery, they asked him, do you have any blisters in the body? Because in the blisters, pus will get formed. In the body, if there is a pus in one place, if you do a surgery in another place, it may develop pus there also. It can get into septic mode. This person didn't know that a small boil or a blister was there in his back. He didn't know. He said, to my knowledge, no blisters. They did the surgery, was developed, and surgery was a failure. So there is some problem he developed in the eye. So not exactly in the eyeball, but in the surrounding areas of the eye was formed. So one change in one place in body may also affect another place because it is connected. Same way, software is also connected. One change in one place will affect other place also, because program has got shared memory, shared data, shared logic, reusable routines. We do not know. So the best principle of regression testing is test everything again and again and again. But the problem is when we do this kind of a testing and let us say Abdul comes to office, the project manager, the test manager says, test this product, 200 test cases today, another 200 test cases tomorrow, another 200 test cases day after tomorrow. 3 days, Abdul fully tests that. Fine, glad. After 3 days, a lot of bugs have been found. It goes to development team. You log in, Abdul logs in Bugzilla, and the development team fixes those bugs. Next week, Monday, Abdul comes to office. Boss, Redo the same thing again. 3 days again, Abdul test. By Thursday again, another version. All the fixes were done. Abdul is asked to retest. 5 times I say redo, 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 redo. Do the same thing again and again and again. Abdul, what will you do? 10 times I am asking you to repeat the same thing, all test cases again and again and again. What will you do? Will you be happy? Or will you be bored? Or will you apply for leave? Right? So manual testing is always there. But the problem is manual testing put for up to 10 rounds. Till then you will not be bored. After that, you will get bored. Your efficiency will come down. More than boring, oh, last time it worked. I know the developer is a good guy. I will not test this portion. I'll say everything passed. So you may also tend to be lethargic. Leads to lethargy. Leads to lack of attention. So it becomes inefficient. Whereas in Selenium, every test I record, I do some programming. I keep it ready. Let us say 1,000 test cases I programmed in Python using Selenium. Tomorrow development team comes and then says all these bugs are fixed, test it. Then what will I do? Open the Python code, run. Selenium runs. You are not running. It means you have got an assistant. You have got a robot as your assistant. Selenium is your robot. Selenium does the testing. Instead of you clicking, Selenium clicks. Instead of you typing, Selenium types. Kaushik might be taking assertions. Remember the first class that I took? You click, you type, you see with your eyes, with your brain, you decide whether it's a pass or fail. Assertion is like that. On the screen, does this message appear? On this screen, is this button enabled or disabled? On this screen, is this transaction ID displayed? On this screen, is this field cleared? You can do, it is called a checking, verification or assertion. Assertion or verification points, okay, or checkpoints. So a script along with the assertion and verification points makes it automatic. Thousands of tests, if you automate and then run, next time a change comes, you run that. Your time is not wasted. It is one laptop. Test is running. And it executes so fast. It doesn't get bored. Selenium doesn't get bored. Selenium doesn't ask for salary increase. Selenium doesn't have lethargy. Selenium always works in terms of what it is programmed to do. That is why all product companies, all large project companies, they need test automation. Selenium and Python are your tools. They are your servants. They will do the testing on behalf of you. But without you programming in Selenium, you recording Selenium, it doesn't know what to do. Is the concept of test automation clear to you? Why we are using Selenium or automate tests? Is the concept clear to you? If it is so, if it is clear, please raise your hands or give a reaction. Cool. This is how all the product companies, name it Microsoft, Firefox, Google, Flipkart, LinkedIn, everywhere tests are automated. testers doing only manual testing, it is good. But 10 times, 5 times you can do, 10 times you can do, 15 times you can do. But beyond that, you will have an inherent inefficiency of human being. Okay. So that is the next step, that as a tester, you will be getting into the world of test automation. So in this test automation, two things get achieved. Number one, you will spend time to automate, because someone has to create the Selenium scripts, right? For example, you find so many bugs, you give it to the development team. Okay, 3 days you test. Let us say round one. Let me say round one. 3 days you test. 80 bugs reported. Now dev to fix, right? Dev team to fix. They may not be able to fix all the 80 bugs. Suppose dev team says, I need 1 day extra, 1 day to fix 30 bugs. Okay. During that 1 day, as a tester, what are you going to do? This is the first principle of test automation. When development team is fixing, what are you doing? Because when you are testing, as and when the bugs are found, you are pushing into Bugzilla. They start fixing. They say, now I have fixed 20 bugs. I will give you next version after fixing another 10 bugs. But give me 1 more day. But in that 1 more day, what are you going to do as a tester? You will be idle. This 1 day you automate. Let us say 500 test cases. In this 1 day, automate 20 test cases. Round 2. Okay. Round 2. Same by principle 500 test cases you need to execute. But now you will not be executing 500 test cases. You will execute 480 test cases manually. 20 automated test. Fine. Suppose you say 2.8 days you take and you report 30 bugs. Dev team says, I will need another 1 more day. During that time, again you automate 20 test cases. After that, they will give another version for you to test again. Round 3 becomes 460 manual test cases, 40 automated test cases. You may need only 2.5 days to test. Bugs will keep coming down if you test, and then for every round of testing, if bugs is increasing, then fire the development team. Okay. Bugs should keep coming down. Number of bugs, new bugs found should be coming down. Otherwise, development is doing crappy job. Like this, when you go to round 5, okay, let us say round 4. When it comes to round 4, it will become only 440 test cases, 60 automated test cases. You may need only 2.25 days. You keep on automating, your manual effort will come down. This is called reduction in time. Test automation reduces time, not immediately. After a few 10 or 15 rounds, you will see you will not be able to do all the tests in automated way, but 50 test automation, all you need is 4 hours. Remaining thing, computer does the testing. It reduces time, increases efficiency. Offshore on-site companies, what they do is when the developers work in the US time, they work in the US time. When they push the test product here to offshore team does this. Imagine that tests are automated. Soon after development team does the job, automated tests are done. Within a few hours, results will be declared. How many tests passed, how many tests failed. At one point of time, maybe if we keep on going on like this in round 4, round 5, something like that, maybe at round 20 of testing, you will have 450 test cases, 50 tests manual, 450 tests automated, 0.25 days, enough to test the whole product. How is it going on? Let me show you this site. You know Apache, right? Apache, Tomcat, Apache. Apache has got a lot of products. So many products. What you see here, Accumulo, ActiveMQ, Celix, Doris, these are all products of Apache. Zeppelin is also a product. Under this Apache, if I go to, let me say, projects, okay? So many products are there. 350 plus open source initiatives. Oh, I didn't want this to projects. These are all Apache work, okay? JMeter, anyway, we are going to see Kylin, Lynx, Lucene, Log4j, Mina, right? NetBeans, Nudge, Nutex. So many things are there. Now, if we go back and then in the builds.apache.org, see builds, what is going on, it will tell. On the left hand side, if you see, there's a product called Solar, okay? Is build executor status. If you keep scrolling down, ActiveMQ, Kafka, right? If I click on this Kafka, this is a pull request in Kafka. This is the build. This is tested. 1 hour 43 minutes. This test executed. It failed. So many tests were executed automatically. This is on March 14, 9:33. 9 changes have been done on Apache on March 14th. That's today. Okay. What all those changes? You could see on the right hand side when I mouse over. They are testing it again. Test has errors. If you click on this, click on the logs, it says there's a problem. Okay. Shell script, shell time. It gives everything. And if you click on a daily basis, this is being executed. On a daily basis, this is being executed. Okay. If I click on it, it will also show details of what failed. Okay. Anything that you click unstable build, why it is unstable, what are the issues, everything he has got log. Who does the testing for Apache? Manually, it is impossible to do testing for Apache. Manually, it is impossible to do testing for the entire Microsoft. Manually, it is impossible to do the entire Oracle testing. So every product company creates automated tests. They run it automatically. it executes much faster. So first principle is reduce time, increase efficiency, right? Second principle is test in multiple platforms. When I say multiple platforms, suppose you tested the product in Chrome, somebody wants to test it in Firefox, somebody wants to test it in Safari. Manually, you have to repeat the entire stuff. If you automate, you remember the code in Selenium. WebDriver is equal to Selenium driver. Instead of Selenium driver, you can Chrome driver. You can say WebDriver is equal to Firefox driver. It will execute test in Firefox. Just one line change. So if you have to test it in multiple platforms, thousands of test cases, the only way is automation. So any product company, if you have to become a tester, you should learn automation, test automation. This is the background of test automation. Is this clear to you all? Good. So now I made Kaushik Raghavan as a co-organizer. Okay. Good. I'll stop my screen. I'll stop recording.